Over a decade ago, I made the bold decision to enter this country with 20 USD dollars. No plan, no family, no friends, no support system. It was just me and Jesus. I had no idea how I was going to make it, but I believe that if God brought me here, He would carry me through. The journey wasn't easy. People looked down on me because I didn't have the education they had. I didn't come from money. I didn't have access to influential circles or an elite network. More than once, I was reduced to being just a pretty face, as if that was all I had to offer. But people never knew I was carrying what I really was carrying behind closed doors, right? I battled depression, anxiety, suicidal thoughts, severe anemia, dramatic weight gain, and fibroids. I spent countless days in hospitals receiving blood transfusion every month, wondering how much more I could endure. There were days when I questioned everything. I had two choices: allow self pity to consume me, or get up and fight for the life God had called me to live. For a long time, I blamed myself. I thought maybe if I had made better choices, maybe if I had come from money, maybe if I had a different background, I carried shame that was never meant for me. But everything changed when I surrendered to Jesus, not overnight, but little by little. He transformed me from inside out. He healed parts of me that no one could see. For more than a decade, I personally lived here undocumented. During that time, people questioned my faith. They would say, if she's really a Christian, why hasn't God opened doors for her? Why hasn't He given her a husband? Why she's not truly saved? Looking back now, I understand something I couldn't see then. God wasn't ignoring me, He was shaping me. Every betrayal, every disappointment, every false accusation, every character assassination, every closed door, every tear, every season of waiting, God used it all to mold my character and prepare me to become the woman I am today. He also reminded me that family isn't always defined by blood. God sent strangers who became answers to my prayer. I honestly will always, always, always be grateful to my spiritual father, Bishop Anthony, and his wife, Sister Janet. They stood by me when I had very little to offer. They prayed with me, encouraged me, believed in me, and walked with me through some of the darkest seasons of my life. I will never forget their love and faithfulness. And then God gave me one of His greatest gifts, my husband. He met me at the lowest points in my life, yet He still saw something in me that I struggled to see myself. He became my best friend, my confidant, my counselor, my safe space, and my greatest source of encouragement. When I felt like everything was falling apart, God sent him exactly at the right time. Today, I may not be where I know God is ultimately leading me, but I cannot overlook how far He has brought me. When I look back, I don't see hardship. I see God's hand. I see His faithfulness. I see His provision. I see His mercy. I see His grace. And if you're in a season where nothing makes sense, where you're wondering if God has forgotten about you, this is your reminder. Don't give up. Your current season is not your final destination. God sees every tears, hears every prayer, and knows every sacrifice. If He carried me through a decade of uncertainty, heartbreaks, sickness, waiting, and impossible circumstances, He sure can carry you too. Keep trusting God. One day you look back and realize that every chapter, even the painful ones, was part of his story he was writing all along. Your girl, John John.